America is a scary place for black people right now. Excuse my Korean Nike mask. It crack around my lips. Excuse it. I gone to a concert in New York tonight for one of my favorite artists. Her name is Asal and she is Persian. I Caribbean, right? So I not grow up in America. The only reason I come to New York again is to go to this concert. So I spend, well, my family helped me come here and spend a lot of money. But I want to tell one of my experience. I never expect so much white people for being at a place and to be racist. A little background, you know, in a Caribbean places, everybody's so mixed, especially in a Belize specifically. I mix with Jamaica and I born in Jamaica, but I grew up in Belize. In a Belize, everybody look different. A Spanish person could own the whole of Belize. So you never talk to nobody no kind of way just because they're black or they're Spanish or any other culture, or even if they're white, you know, treat them different. But in America, that's not the case. I have to tell other Caribbean people, America is not land of the free, okay? It is not. If you look anything like how I look, mind you, my mom is Jamaican, my dad is mestizo, Spanish. My whole family is Spanish, basically. But because of the way I look, I do my braids and I don't know. I just black, I guess, I don't know. I prone to seizures sometimes. I faint a lot. I don't like to be around flashing lights. I don't like to be around a lot of people because I want to minimize the effect of the fainting. So I stay farther back. So I was in the farther area watching this concert. Make I tell you about this place than New York. The place is in Brooklyn and it's called Baby Alright. When I tell you the people in there were racist, they were racist. I never feel more black in my life. I never so aware of my blackness in my life. Mind you, I grew up in Belize. Let me start the bartender. I'm by the bar. I'm kind of far, so make I show you a video of where I was standing. Okay, you see that video? I'm in the party but far away, right? Now we're by the bar. Mind you, I had a drink. I kinda lit already, so I had to move a little slow. Me and my cousin, she kinda light skinned. Well, my auntie, but I call she my cousin because we the same age, basically. We ordered 2 margaritas and 1 quesadilla. The quesadilla come, the bill come. She asked if we want a tab. I said anything could happen. Remember, in my head, I'm scared I faint. I don't know what could happen the night. I don't want to leave any tab open and I end up the older people because I can't faint and have to go to the hospital, you know? That's my biggest concern at this point. Tell me why. This place is loud, you know. The lady told me the total for the bill. She's just like, I heard $20.53. So I had thinking in my head $20.53. So I was like, they're really cheap. I was like, wow, maybe it's because of the concert. Maybe they want to treat the guests or whatever, the fans. I was like, okay, maybe it was cheap today or something. I don't know. As a place fancy, I never expect that. I have my money ready already. One thing I don't know about me, they call me Miss Independent in Belize for a reason. Anyways, so I give the lady $20 and $1. So they're like, okay. And she just standing in silence just to wait. Mind you, I done the drink, so I lit as hell and I had to put my money away slowly and I did it like in my own vibe. And then I look up one spell because I was like, why this lady still here? So I look up and I'm just like, what happened? And she's just like, it's $50. I was like, oh. I told her, I'm so sorry, miss. I did not hear you say that. I thought you said $20.53. So I pull out more money and I give it to her, right? And I told her again, I'm so sorry. And I hand it to her in her hands. Why she would put, you know how she gave me back my change? She put it on the table. She got like this and then walk away before I could like, even say thank you. She just said, I was like, I turned to my cousin. I was like, you see that? She never gave me in my hands. I had a tweak right now. That disrespectful. And she's just like, yes. And we're like, clock it. Then this Lee Spanish boy come up to me. And when I say Lee, I mean Lee. Because, listen, I tell you my family Spanish. So I allowed for say this. I'm taller than my dad by this much. My dad's shoulder is here to me. I'm like this much taller than my dad. This much. My dad is considered short. This ballet made a yeah to me. Yeah. I had to look down on him. When I tell you he's so short, I have to stoop down to hear what he's saying. Why he the hit on my cousin, right? She light skinned, as I said before. He talk about what are you mixed with? So I don't know, like, why he'd ask that. That's not a normal question to ask people in Belize. You don't really go up to people and be like, when you mix with everybody, mix with everything. Not normal for us, okay? But I guess in America, that not normal, I guess. The Spanish boy are like, are you black and white? But the first thing he said, are you Puerto Rican? Are you from Dominica? You have to be mixed with something. He don't want to let this topic go. Many times she's just like, no. And he not get the hint yet. The thing that bother me is when she finally answer, she's like, I'm Jamaican, right? Because her dad is Jamaican, you know? So she is Jamaican. He looked and she's like, you don't look Jamaican. That when I start mind my business, because I like, at this point, I have to correct you because I born in Jamaica. So what you mean everybody that Jamaica look different too? They have white people with literally Jamaican. You can't say that they don't Jamaican because of their skin color. So I plug in now. And I step in and I'm just like, not everybody in Jamaica looks like one color. What do you mean by that? Why he had the audacity with his small ass for look on me. He that like, she doesn't look Jamaican, you look Jamaican. And he watched me. And I was like, so I look at my cousin like, you hear that just now? He can't see us. Reminder, my face look like this because of the mask, okay? Ignore that. And I like, he can't freaking see us right now. My Caribbean side don't come out because I like, who you think you to talk to right now? Reminder, in a Belize, was Spanish person, a black person could probably buy your whole land. Nobody take nobody like that in a Belize because everybody's so mixed. You know what I mean? Based on my personal experience. I grew up very privileged, very sheltered, in a good lifestyle, very comfortable. Maybe different for other people who grew up different from me, but I just speak on my experience. Anyways, me show he wear, me ignore he completely cool, I see, oh. Why when the people that try pass through or use the bathroom, I sit there, they tell everybody else, excuse me, when it come to me, I just stand up there to dance, I just sing every word to the song there. They push me out of the way, they bucking to me. I was like, okay, the first one, you know, you have a little drinks in you, so you think, okay, maybe I just drunk and like they bucking to me and maybe I feel away. No. It was everybody. And here the joke. I lived at Taiwan, right? They don't know that. My ID is Taiwanese. Okay, and I think that's the correct phrasing, but my ID is a Taiwan ID. I mean, that's what I mean. Every person at the stores, they watch it like, and they watch me. I'm not saying I'm an international student, and that when they like start treat me with respect. There was this Asian guy, older, mostly like 30, and he's standing there with his white friends. And I was passing him to use the bathroom. Mind you, I don't want to use this bathroom the whole time because I want to watch the, you know, the concert. When I'm passing him, I'm like, excuse me, and I'm holding my cousin's hand and we're walking, and he's just like, my hair touches him. He's like, my hair touches anybody in that crowd, and they're all like, oh my god, like, I'm like, brother, you Asian, you supposed to be for my side. I not lie, I could say that too because my great grandpa, he Chinese. I tell you, I mix bad. Anyways, in the bathroom now. The story not done yet. In the bathroom, they had their two girls in the stalls, and they talk out their business loud and clear. This church boy, the message the girl, what are you doing tonight? And she's just like, what does he mean? Long story short, the church boy had a girlfriend and he asked you what she do tonight. They bad. When they come out to the stall, I don't mind my business because I don't even know all of that. Why you talk so hard? You want everybody know your business. You to look for attention, but I like, Isabel, stop being pessimistic. Then one of them would turn to me and say, your hair actually looks really good. You know that meme where they're like, actually? What do you mean actually? Me, I don't like confrontation, you know. I will wait because once I start opening my mouth, that's it. I just look at she and say, thank you. In my head, I want to know, what do you mean by actually? I tell my mother like, if she may be like, oh wow, I actually like that. So I said that, I don't know. But they had even more to that at the end. But I don't run out of time, so just make it know if you don't want to do a next part because what America is not what it used to be or what they sell other dreams to. Black people no welcome anymore.
Let me tell you something, man. White people hate you just because of who you are. Let me say that again, because it's the truth. They hate you just because of who you are. When they look at you and they look at that beautiful brown complexion that you have, that tan complexion that you have, or that deep, dark, rich complexion that you have, they long for that melanin that you have in your skin that they do not have. And if what I'm saying is not correct, you have to ask yourself this question. Why would a person go and buy suntan oil, all types of suntan lotions and potions, and then put it all over their bodies, all over their skin? And then they go and lay in the sun for hours on end. They do that so that now their skin will turn brown and tan like your skin. Yet they have the audacity to actually call you black when they try time and time again, summer after summer. And if it's not summertime, they go in the lake in a suntan or a tan in bed so that they can look like you. So I know what I'm telling you today is the truth. They hate our women because of their big, beautiful lips, man. Those big, voluptuous lips. They hate us because of that. They hate our sisters because of that. And if what I'm saying is not true, why would they go and have collagen injected into their lips to make their lips big and beautiful like ours? The reason why is they hate you because you have a feature that they're just not born with. So again, they hate you for just being you. All you did was be born on the face of this earth. The melanin that you have in your skin, them big, beautiful lips that you have, you were born with that. You didn't do anything special. You were just born into the earth. Then they talk about our women and how they have the big butts and how their butts are just so big and outrageous and outlandish. But guess what? They go and have butt implants put into their butts or have injections into their butts so that their butts can look just as outrageous as your butts. And that's funny to me because yet and still they talk all about how we look and how our women look, yet and still they fight and they go and pay tens of thousands of dollars so that they can have those same butts that you have. Then they talk about the foods that we eat, yet and still you go to a Caribbean restaurant, you have to fight through them to get through the doors. Everyone knows that the black woman is the best cook on the face of the planet, Earth, that is. That's why during the times of slavery, who did they have cooking the food in their kitchens? They had black women in those kitchens cooking. Even after slavery, they had black women in there cooking. That's why they had Aunt Jemima on the box, because they know that we cook the best food on the face of the planet. Can't nobody touch the black, Hispanic, and Native American women when it comes to cooking. Ain't no doubt about that. Now, another reason they hate you is because they cannot outperform you when it comes to running, jumping, basketball, baseball, football, you name it. Sports, forget about it. Tennis now, forget about it. They let Howard University, they done started swimming now. And they're predicted to come out on top already this year, and the season hadn't even started. Why? Because anything that we get involved in, we excel at it, and they know it. So again, they hate you just because you are who you are. You're not doing anything special at all. You're just being yourself. And they hate you for being who you are. Let's look at who are the smartest people on the face of the earth. We are. I'm going to tell you point blank, plain and simple, that it's us. When you look at the reason that they can send a rocket into outer space and that rocket will return back to Earth, black women did that. Black women did that. And whenever they give us an opportunity to learn at the same pace within the same learning environment, we far excel white people, hate to say it, when it comes to learning as well. We far excel or far exceed you and your learning capabilities. It's a fact. When you look at the inventions that's been created on the face of this earth, let's take a look at the inventions. What type of inventions do black people create? The stoplight, the refrigerator, and you can go on and on and on and look at the type of inventions that we create. We create inventions that help society to prosper and forward in a positive way or a positive manner. The inventions that they create are inventions that teaches society how to kill mass amounts of people at once, bombs and nuclear bombs and machine guns and stuff like that. Things that don't help society, they only hurt society. Again, I tell you, they hate you just because you are who you are. The problem is, being that they can't be you, every time they look at you, guess what happens? You remind them of what they cannot be. You remind them of what they cannot be and what they would like to be. And so, being that they can't be you, the only other thing that they can do is throw you in prison, keep you impoverished, and when all else fails, they decide to kill you, to hang you from trees, pull you over in traffic stops, kill you unjustly. These are the things that they do. And they're not just doing them just because. They're doing them because you are who you are. You are the greatest people on the face of the earth. And no one wants to admit it. And most of us are too afraid to say it. Most of us are too afraid to say it. But stand up and be who you are. Because God gave you this. This is a God-given talent that we have. And no man and no amount of killing or incarceration is going to stop this from happening. You can stop this generation, but what about the next generation? God's going to bless them with the same thing, because who we are is a gift from God, and there's nothing you can do about it and nothing they can do about it. This is who God intended for us to be. So cherish it, embrace who you are, love who you are. You're God's chosen people. That's who you are. And with that, I'm out. I'll come back at you again soon. Take care.
The comment section in this video is actually alarming because it made me realize that white people are far more sinister than I already thought y'all were. Because anti-blackness and racism is so deeply, deeply, deeply embedded in these people's way of being that me critiquing white people is racism to them. It's like, how dare this N-word have something to say about us, the white people, the superior race? That's how y'all are acting. Like, how dare you critique us? How dare you have something to say about us? It's also weird because I'm literally talking about my experience with rude white people who don't have social courtesy or common courtesy. But y'all jump over that part and try to make me the rude one for just speaking on it in a TikTok video. And then it's also crazy because they're all like, oh, I wish I would run into you one day. I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait until the day that I run into an N-word like it. You already want to be racist and violent towards people of color. This video just makes you feel justified. Like, oh, she's being rude, so now I get to be rude and kill you, you N-word. No. That's just the spirit of your savage ass ancestors coming back. Like I said in my other video, and I don't speak to white people, I'm talking specifically to my black people of color. Look at these comments. Go in that comment section. This is how white people think about us, whether you're doing something wrong to them or not. Whether you're sitting on the internet and just having a conversation about racism and just speaking about things going on in the world, or if you're just minding your business out of the world, this is how they feel about us. Like, they're just always waiting for a reason to make us the bad guy, to make us seem like all the things that their ancestors made us seem like, right? Their ancestors set a standard that we were savage, lazy, mean, rude, violent, and they're always looking for an opportunity to tell us that we're that, or to treat us like we're that, because they're no different from their ancestors. They just, like I said before, don't have the rights that their ancestors have. If they had the rights that their ancestors had, those white people that I'm talking about that don't move out of the way, don't make space for any people, that walk down the street and pretend they don't see you so that you can divert your path and so they can just keep walking comfortably, those white people would be putting us in jail. They would be calling us N-words, and they would be telling the cops, hey, copper, This N-word didn't move out the way. This N-word bumped me. This N-word made eye contact with me, because that's white people's legacy. That's how their grandparents and parents and great-grandparents got through the world. They want to do the same thing. They want the opportunity to be as disgusting and savage and hateful as their ancestors were. They just don't have the right. So then the other side is that they want to tell everybody has to be nice. Since white people can't be violent, savage, murderers, rapists, colonizers anymore, then everybody has to stop. Nobody's allowed to say anything mean or rude, and we all have to come together now. Now y'all want to come together because y'all don't have the legal right to be violent towards people of color no more. Because people of color have the right to go on the internet and say, hey, I've noticed that the white supremacist class people, they have some social behaviors that I think are leftover remnants of owning people and segregation. Yeah, and it's not really fun. I don't like being around them because of that. I don't like walking down the street and having to jump from this side of the sidewalk to this side of the sidewalk. Oh, it's a group of 3 white people walking down the street. Let me just go jump in the street, because they're not going to give me space to walk down the sidewalk. But I'm the problem because I'm black. So how dare you, nigga? How dare you? Y'all are disgusting people. And like I said, this video is for my people of color. I don't give a fuck what white people gotta say. I already know that y'all are very dilapidated. I already know that centuries of your ancestors owning other people and treating people like objects has made y'all people that are gone in the heads. I already know that. This video is for people of color to see that coming together shit that we be talking about might not be possible, because these people have a deep seated hatred in their heart. It's deep in their heart. Like I said, I'm gonna shoulder check a white woman, and they're like, oh yeah, wait till I see you. Oh, you're gonna get what you asked for. A shoulder check warrants this level of violence? Y'all are just already violent.
Did y'all know that tipping didn't become a thing in restaurants until a lot of freed slaves started working like as waitresses and waiters and stuff? So they brought in tipping as a way to not pay them fair wages, and to basically leave the responsibility of that freed slave getting a livable wage on the people that were coming to be served. I really hate to say this. Actually, no, I don't hate to say it because it's the truth, but like everything goes back to slavery. Everything goes back to slavery. It's never a problem until it affects everybody. Like we constantly see the effect or the outcome of it's never a problem until it's more than just black people. Like once it becomes a everybody problem, now it deserves attention. Now people deserve to be paid more, which we all do. Yes, we deserve to be paid more. But it's crazy to see how every problem they try to inflict or every obstacle they try to put up for us, it inevitably comes back on them. Like that's karma at its finest.
It just feels like sometimes, like at this point, like all I can do, y'all hate, so the world hates black poor Americans the most. And this whole Ralph Lauren conversation that's going around, and how some people are like, I guess like basically like, you just mad you can't afford it. You're just mad that this is not your life. I saw somebody said, let's bring back class. Lord Jesus, we're so far away from the plot, and it's disheartening sometimes. I won't shut up about it, but y'all are letting white supremacy, and then y'all be talking about it's a colonized way of thinking to think we can't have nice things, No, we should have nice things, and it should be available to everybody. Maybe that's where the disconnection is. It shouldn't happen for a handful of us. We all deserve, our ancestors labored for this country for centuries. We should all have nice things. Y'all are ridiculous. And America has made you lack humanity for your own group of people, because that is so dehumanizing, that just because a person is poor, in poverty, when most of the world is in poverty because of capitalism, they're not worth, like they're classless. Is that what you're saying? They are under you. They don't deserve things. They don't deserve nice things, to live a life of luxury, because they're poor in a society that requires poverty. Capitalism requires people to be in poverty. And guess what? We're a part of a racist one. So guess who's the most likely, and data from the census will tell you that 20% of those in poverty are Black American, when Black Americans only make up 13% of the population. Black Americans are twice as likely to be in poverty as their non-white or their white counterparts. I was trying to think of the word the census used, but they're white people, twice as likely. And dude, why? Because we live in a country that is institutionally racist. You hit the lottery. That's what you did. You hit the lottery in life. I'm happy for you. I'm glad you did not have to struggle. I really am. I want more Black people to not struggle, but that includes all of us. Y'all, it's just really disgusting. And if you think that way about poor people, like, I don't think you're a very great human being. I don't think you have very good values, or you need to go look within yourself. Poor people are still people. And classism is going to get us nowhere. Nowhere. Do you not care about other people? It's disgusting.
When I say these people don't like us, when I say these people don't like Black people, some people keep saying it's a lie. You are the ones who are always talking about racism. These people have no business with you, blah, blah, blah. You see that young girl who just came into America from the Caribbean or so, right? You can imagine the way she's whispering. These people don't like Black people. They don't like us. You'll be told, you don't need a prophet to tell you that. So when you're coming from your countries and they're telling you, oh, those people like you so much, you can disrespect the Black Americans, and they don't like us. Do you hear it? They don't like us. I'm doing this video for awareness so that I can see. If I am the only one who talked about it, now you'll be like, how do you know? Right? At least when 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people can share their experiences, you will know that these people don't like you. They don't like you, but we must learn to love ourselves. Right? We must learn to love ourselves as Black people. We must learn to accept our differences and unite against forces like their hate, like their hatred and all of that. Now, when we love ourselves so much, we don't even care about their likeness anymore. That is why we're asking for peace. We're asking for love. We're asking for respect. Respect each other. We can do a lot together as Black people. I keep saying it everywhere. The awakening is everywhere. People are beginning to know, oh, we're great people. Black people in the world, they're this, they're that. Why can't we just come together and love ourselves? Anyways, I hope this video just made sense to you, right? And it clears some of your doubts. I'll bring some more of these videos later so you can also see them, right? Do not forget to subscribe, like, share these videos to your friends and everyone that needs to hear this. I'll be back later. My name is Blessing. I love you so much. From Global Gist with BJ. Bye, guys.